The Vision High School Sports Beat is brought to you by the 11 locally owned Vision Automotive Group dealerships, offering Buick GMC, Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, Hyundai, Kia, and Nissan, and the resale division, with locations in Webster, Henrietta, Penfield, Fairport, Canandaigua, Ontario, and Palmyra, and online at visionauto.com. Hello, everyone, and happy holidays. Thanks for joining us. This is the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. Every week at this time, we take a comprehensive look at sports in Section 5 in Monroe County, beginning with our honor roll of high school teams. At number 3 this week, we have the Irondequoit boys basketball team off to a 4-0 start. Alex Goldsberry scored a game-high 21 against Hilton, 18 in the first half alone. Zach Stengline had 9 assists in a win over Webster Schrader. At number 2, the Pittsford boys swimming relay team. The quartet of Ben Beldner, John Kellett, Casey Ransford, and Samuel Roach set a pool record in the 400 freestyle relay while also winning the 200 relay in a state qualifying time. And at number 1, Victor Ice Hockey, 5-2-1 after victories over previously undefeated Pittsford and Penfield back-to-back. Brendan Manning had 2 goals and an assist versus the Patriots. However, it is those same Patriots that we honor as our team of the week this week. Stringing 7 straight victories together to start the season, Penfield hockey depends on a girl to keep a potentially historic season together. We probably can't call Penfield's hockey season a revival, since the Patriots were never before a team that struck fear into opponents. This one, however, is different.
It feels really good to get the senior year started off the right way. Our team's working really well together. We have a lot of chemistry, and it just feels good to be 6-0 right now.
Did you see this coming? I mean, was this something that you came into this season thinking we got something special this year?
I don't know if I saw 6-0 coming, but our team, I believed in our team. I knew we had a lot of talent coming in. We have a lot of returning players. So we've been playing with each other for years now.
Penfield won its first 7 games of the season and looks like a serious title contender in Section 5. And that would be something, since the Patriots have never won sectionals. Never.
It's a very big deal to us, honestly. I really am excited about what our team's done this year, and I'm really excited for what we can do for the rest of the year as well.
A large part of the team's success so far is its smallest player, 5'3" Lindsey Browning. She is the Patriots' starting goalie.
I started playing hockey when I was 2, so I've been skating for a long time, so that's really helped a lot. And really, I've just had a lot of coaches and players who have supported me throughout the whole process. There are lots of goalie training who have been there to support me and bring me up and teach me all the proper techniques that I really rely on now. And I've also had a lot of friends who've been there to support me. I had some girls who played with me on the JV team, and that really brought me into the high school hockey field, and it really exposed me to what it's like playing guys hockey, and it was nice having them there to help me out.
There is history here. Lindsay's older sister, Megan Browning, was a goalie and played for the Patriots. She was pressed into action in a tournament game 4 years ago and won it. As a freshman, the younger Browning played on the Penfield JV team. Her last 2 years of hockey were spent exclusively with a club team in Buffalo.
I guess before the season, we were always kind of wondering what it was like to have one single girl on a team that's always been guys, really. But, once we got over the first game, I guess, I tried actually the first couple practices. I really realized it doesn't really make a difference. At the end of the day, a hockey player is a hockey player.
Was the idea of being the girl on the guys' team ever a big deal for you?
It wasn't as big of a deal for me as it was for my sister. She was, I think, the first female goalie on the Penfield Hockey Guys team, and so she really paved the way for me, and by the time I came around, they were kind of used to it, and so it made the transition a lot easier for me.
Brownie has played most of Penfield's games. She sports a 5-1 record, a 1.97 goals against average, with a .912 save percentage. Numbers that compare favorably with any goalie, male or female, in the section.
She's the real deal. Yeah, she's very good. Again, commitment to Cornell, play Division I hockey. She's obviously proved herself over the last few years. She's, in addition to that, she's been a part of several of the summer programs for the National Development Camp. So again, she's proven her worth.
Which is what the team at large needs to do now, prove its worth, by changing the culture, by learning how to win consistently.
It's a work in progress. One of our early games against Greece Thunder, we were down 3-1 with about 6 minutes to play. The team rallied. We ended up tying it up and then winning it in overtime. So I think that was kind of a rally call and a great thing for our group to see that we could be able to face adversity and then from within rise to the top.
Coming up next, Mike LeBoux from Greece Olympia joins us in our Dunkin' Donuts Coaches Corner, and a homeschooled basketball superstar shines at North Star when the Vision High School Sports Beat continues. Celebrate the holidays with delicious Dunkin' coffee. Stop by Dunkin' Donuts for 2 K-Cup boxes for $15.99 or 3 pounds of packaged coffee for just $19.99. America runs on Dunkin'. Welcome back to the Vision High School Sports Beat. It is time once again for the Coach's Corner, brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin'. And we are pleased to be joined by the wildly successful Greece Olympia track and field coach, Mike LeBoux. Mike, unfortunately, you know, the term wildly successful in Greece Olympia don't go together with a lot of different sports, but somehow you've really managed to thrive here. What's your secret?
It's connections with kids. At the end of the day, everything goes back to connections with kids. I set goal expectations and goals that are some see as unachievable, and that's what we work from. And I think if you believe it, you'll see it. That's been something I've taught all the way through. It's not seeing is believing. Believing is seeing.
What's your pitch? A kid, you know, you spot a kid that you think is going to be a good track and field athlete, you know, which is a good general athlete. How do you convince him to come out for your team?
Well, it's funny because I'm to the point now where the program sells itself. But if you ask the teachers in the building, there's probably not a kid who walks through here that I don't recruit. I have 3 solid kids that came out this year that didn't really ever do track, but they're really just great athletes. There's not, honestly, probably a kid who walks. If I see a 6'4" kid, track, you should be a thrower. Anything, every kid. So I think by the law of averages, I just and I'm not a shy to go up and ask a kid.
You know what I think is really too bad is that you don't appear to enjoy your job at all.
Right, yeah. It's amazing.
But that's part of the thing, isn't it? I mean, you just seem to have the greatest time out there with the kids.
Yeah, I do. I've been so blessed. They're part of my life. I mean, and the beauty is that my kids go to Olympia. I've taught here for 20 years. I live down the street. It's easy when this is a huge part of what defines me as who I am. So
track and field requires so much, because there's all these disciplines going on at the same time, and you can't possibly have, you know, experts' knowledge in all of them. How do you get through that?
Well, it's funny. The wildly successful is just really surrounding myself with the best assistant coaches. I've been fortunate through the years that I'm the one steady that's been in the program, but it's not because of me. It's because of the guys I bring in. What I bring to the table is just organization and pushing everybody to do more than they think they can do. My coaches down through all the athletes.
What's the genesis of your involvement in track and field? Because you mentioned you played football as an athlete and you coached soccer here, and you wind up the track coach.
Right. So I was I wanted to coach. I just knew that I wanted to coach, and I was saying I played for Chris Battaglia in high school. I made that his connection to how his first run through Aquinas were connecting with kids and really just pushing your stars and pushing everybody. But you have some star athletes, and they require special. special treatment, more reps, more everything. I've been able to really connect with those kids and push them against each other and make sure the kid who nobody knows, nobody might know on the team, I know his story or her story, and I connect with them. That's my job.
Would you say that you knew you wanted to coach, you knew you had to coach? How do you recognize it in yourself? And there's somebody out there that thinks maybe they want to coach, but they're not sure. How do you recognize it?
You know, I think that with me, I needed people to push me when I was in high school. I wasn't just a natural starter. And so once I figured out how to do that within myself, I looked for that in kids. I look for that in adults. Everybody I work with is that I really believe you have to be pushed. With my daughter, I said the other night that I gave her unachievable expectations, and she achieved them all. It's incredible, and I think people will rise to the expectation. And if you believe it, and again, I believe it, so every time I talk to them, they know I believe it, and so then they believe it, that could be true for them.
Well, keep up the good work.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
That's Mike LeBou, the indoor and outdoor track coach here at Greece Olympia High School in the Dunkin' Donuts Coach's Corner. Coming up, we salute our Wegmans Making the Grade nominee before visiting the amazing Annabelle Hines of North Star Christian Academy, when the Vision High School Sports Beat continues.
Welcome back, and thank you for watching the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Kim Burnson. It's time now for Making the Grade, brought to you by Wegmans. Wegmans is a proud supporter of Making the Grade, which highlights the accomplishments of Section 5 student athletes on and off the playing field.
This week, we turn to Webster Thomas, where Hannah Schenkel is making the grade. Hannah is a senior and leader in the hallways at Webster Thomas. She was a 3-year varsity volleyball player for the Titans as a setter and also competes in the off-season months as well. Hannah plays for a travel volleyball team to stay conditioned. The team is called Extreme, and it's comprised of multidimensional players from all different high schools in Rochester. Hannah has competed in many local and regional tournaments through this program. Though she's always on the go, Hannah has no problem keeping up with her schoolwork. In fact, she currently carries a 98.5 GPA with advanced classes. Known by her teammates as someone with a big heart, her leadership will truly be missed as she furthers her education in college. She plans on pursuing a biomedical engineering degree next fall. Nominated for her outstanding grades and leadership, this week Hannah Schenkel is making the grade.
If you have a student in mind for our Making the Grade segment, we want your nominations. You can send them in to info@classywolf.com. Now here's Bill with the Fidelis Care Section 5 calendar.
Fidelis Care offers quality, affordable health coverage for children and adults of all ages at all stages of life. Quality health coverage. That's our mission. Call 1-888-FIDELIS or visit fideliscare.org. The week between the holidays is usually full of tournament basketball. This year's no exception. On the boys' side, the Rush Henrietta tournament brings the Comets together with Sutherland, Irondequoit, UPrep. That's a Wednesday and Thursday event. In Penfield, the Patriots will host Brighton, Canandaigua, and Wilson Wednesday for the first round and a Friday finish. The best of the girls' matchups looks to be in Victor, where the Blue Devils take on Gananda, Geneva, and Greece Athena. There's a hockey tournament being hosted by Churchville Chili at the Scottsville Ice Arena. It's the Saints, Brighton, Gates, and Rush. Games are Tuesday and Wednesday. The traditional Tyche Burnaby Wrestling Tournament takes place in Spencerport. That's on Wednesday and Thursday. That's the best of the holiday week on the Fidelis Care Section 5 calendar. Coming up, piling up the points at North Star when the Vision High School Sports Beat continues. Sign Impressions is more than just signs. It's a total graphics company. Embroidery, screen printing, team apparel, t-shirts, jackets, hats, and of course banners and signs. Visit signimpressions.com. Call us at 723-0420 to order your team or corporate apparel. Welcome back and thanks for joining us. This is the Vision High School Sports Beat. I'm Bill Pucko. It is time now for our Honor Roll of High School Athletes, brought to you by Injury Free Coalition for Kids. The Injury Free Coalition for Kids of Rochester and the Smart Teen Driving Program, funded by the Allstate Foundation, encourages teens to pay attention, not get distracted, and to drive safely. Here's our honor roll of high school athletes. At number 3, Kamira Muhammad of the Wilson girls basketball team. Scored 37 points against Bishop Kearney. In defeat, no less. Number 2, Brian Harrell, another big-time scorer from the city. Brian scored 21 for Early College in an upset of East and added 27 in the Cobras' win over Monroe. And at number 1, Mike Spallina, another of those great Hilton wrestlers, less publicized than the amazing Diakomahalis brothers and the Dupre family, but Spallina picked up his 200th victory wrestling in the 220-pound weight class. And now Sticky Lips Barbecue presents our Athlete of the Week. Is your school looking to raise money? Sticky Lips Barbecue has you covered. Check out our community barbecue fundraisers. Sticky Lips quality is an easy sell. Visit StickyLipsBBQ.com for more details. Homeschooled through grade 9, Annabelle Hines stepped into the high school spotlight to become the North Star Natural. Annabelle Hines is doing what comes naturally, shooting a basketball. This is unedited video as Annabelle did her best Larry Bird imitation and hit 19 of 22 shots without stopping. Hines is a senior playing at North Star Christian Academy. She is special, even if she doesn't think so.
I still to this day don't think I'm anything special. I mean, I know that God gave me the ability to do a lot for Him on the court, and that's all I'm trying to do here. And the fact that I was able to do this and honor Him through doing it, it was cool. It was awesome to be able to do that.
I played basketball here at North Star a couple of years ago, graduated in '95, and I've always been a point guard, enjoy playing the game. So having my daughter, my firstborn, played basketball with her a lot. She learned to handle the ball, dribble, and stuff like that like a point guard, and then she grew to be about 5'9". So she has the height for a girl, but has all the abilities of a smaller player.
Hines caught everyone's eye last year when she scored a school record 43 points. She got 51 in a game this year, while eclipsing the 1,000-point mark in only her third varsity season. Annabelle plays for her dad, Andy, the first-year varsity coach of the Knights.
We enjoy basketball together, so it is who we are, even though, at times we haven't had any conflicts regarding basketball and home, so it's been okay.
It can get a little tricky, though, can't it? Because she's the star. She's putting up numbers. You're the coach. Is that something that you at least have to be aware of?
I'm aware of it. The good news, the thing that I'm most thankful for about this year is that last year the coach played her just as much. She was putting up just as big numbers, and I wasn't the guy in charge. So nothing could get put on me as far as playing favoritism or anything like that.
We rely on her to score a lot, but we also rely on ourselves as a team because we know that for a fact that she is our best player and she's our strongest person on the team, but we also have each other too. We don't focus on just the fact that she can score, but we focus on the fact that as together we are able to help her score.
Getting 51 points early this month couldn't have come at a better time for the Hines family. The record-breaking performance is played out in front of her grandparents. Gary Beekirch is a Vietnam veteran and a recipient of the Congressional Medal of Honor. He's also battling cancer. It was a special night all around.
It was crazy, especially since her grandfather was there. It really meant a lot to her, and it meant a lot to us, especially at North Star. It was crazy. No one's ever done that, so it was awesome.
Annabelle Hines came to North Star as a sophomore after being homeschooled.
I always asked to come to North Star because I knew my dad graduated from here, and it was a Christian school that was generally around my area, and I knew a lot of people that went here, and so that kind of left me a little bit I wonder what that's like. And the friends aspect was a little bit I had friends at church and I had friends that were at the homeschool group I was in, but never really, really, really tight friends like that. And then coming here though, it was completely different. It was just new, and I enjoy it. I enjoy it now. It took me it could be 2 years to adjust, but I finally got used to it, and I wouldn't want to go back.
Hines added 25 points against Rochester Prep and 32 in a win over Lima Christian. The Knights went to 5-1. We'd like to thank our sponsors, especially the 11 dealerships of the Vision Automotive Group. They make the Sports Beat possible, as do you. Thanks once again for watching. We'll see you next week with the Vision High School Sports Beat.